Hey everybody, it's Jeff from Angeles City, Philippines. I'm over here at my second office enjoying another beautiful day here in Angeles City. It's just about 3 o'clock. I'm getting ready to head over to the site. A little bit of a slow day for me. So I will show some video I did yesterday, and then we'll do a little walk around today. Not really much happened since the last vlog 2 days ago. But then I'll also talk on flooring here in the Philippines and what the best type of flooring is, at least my opinion of the best type of flooring, and the cost of that. So stay tuned. Here in the outdoor living area, and they started the wall here for the pump room. Be a door over here, and then this wall will separate the outdoor living area. So Kuya's already done the planter wall, and now he's just going to take this wall all the way up to the ceiling. Yeah, so that's part of the outdoor living area there. And then the bar will be over here. Now we started to tile the outdoor comfort room or outdoor bathroom. We got the floor done and part of the walls. So again, we gotta wait until the electrician gets in here so he can finish running for the outlets there, and then they can finish tiling in the kitchen area. The downstairs comfort room. So they got this wall left, and then that little piece around the top. I'm making short work of it. So here in the master bath, and we finished this all up yesterday. So the cabinet people have started the fabrication of the cabinetry, the cabinets for up here on the second floor. So the walk-in closet cabinets and the stuff for the bathrooms. And then they also finished the ceiling in the walk-in closet. Finished the floor in the hallway linen closet. And then they decided to leave this open just to make it easier to get up. So people aren't walking on the edge and breaking the edge, because I'm actually going to build this up here. You're going to start the ceiling in there now, Kuya? Yeah? So all the tiling is done in here. So they're going to work on the ceiling in there. Well, they got more of the dirt and the trash out of here that was all along here. And this is a little bit left there in the stump and the rocks. But yeah, we see we're gonna have, looks like a good 2 feet of fill dirt they're gonna need. Bring that all up. So all that dirt they took, they're gonna end up bringing it back. Because that's what we do here, is just take 2 steps forward and 1.5 steps backwards. But it was here for so long and it was unsightly, the subdivision wanted it gone after repeated warning. So they got it out of here. And we were told many times about the trash too. That's an ongoing issue. sure some of the people who are doing construction here can relate. A lot of the workforce just don't know any better and just throw the trash on the ground, because that's what they're used to doing. When we got trash bags around, it's common for them to just throw it on the ground. So they plastered part of the planter wall. Didn't go all the way out there. Kuya, who's security today, has things blocked off here, which is fine. Makes it easier for him to feel safe and just keep an eye on things. We got our security trap right there. We got our security trap right there, and there's security there. But yeah, so as I said, not a whole lot to see since yesterday. When I was over here yesterday, I think it was over here in the afternoon. I didn't think they were going to get too much. I didn't think they were going to get too much more accomplished in those few hours. But I figured I'd just run through today and see if anything has changed. But moving into the flooring topic, anytime I do videos like this, I always like to throw a disclaimer out there, because there are a lot of experts out there in all aspects of home build. And every time I mention something, oftentimes I may strike a chord with somebody who has a totally different opinion than I do. So what I'm about to go over are my opinions. They may not be yours, they may not be correct, but it's my opinion based off of my research and my likes. So when we talk about flooring in the Philippines, there's all kinds of flooring here, but I think there's 5 main types of floors that you'll see in the Philippines. Tiles, hardwood floors, vinyl, a laminate material, and the laminate material is some of the laminate material and the non-wood type materials getting pretty good nowadays. And then polished concrete, which seems to be becoming a little bit more popular here in other places. It looks pretty good. I looked at it, but not really the look that I was going for in the house, so we decided against the polished concrete. So when it all came down to it, we came up with the 2 options, which were tiles and wood. So I think if you're looking for a high quality look in your flooring, there's no doubt that it's either a good hardwood floor or a tile floor. And those were the 2 options that I had looked at the closest. And I was on the fence for the longest time on wood or tile. And the thing that sort of swayed me over to the tile side of the fence was a couple things. You know, wood gives a great natural look. Nothing like a nice hardwood floor. I really like the look of that. But they're a little bit more susceptible to damage and moisture and water. And moisture and water are very abundant here in the Philippines. Lots of typhoons, a lot of humidity. When something gets wet, it has a tendency of staying wet. And that was something that helped sway my decision towards tile. Tile, they're easy to clean, they're easy to replace, they're pretty durable, and they're pretty resistant to water. I wouldn't say they're waterproof, but they're pretty resistant to water. And when I lived in Virginia just a few years ago, I had a neighbor who had a dishwasher that the water line broke on it overnight, and it ran water, or it leaked water for probably a good 12 to 15 hours, and it flooded his whole first floor. She had carpet, and it leaked through the floor and went down in the basement. He had a finished basement. So to make a long story short, it was about $50,000 in damage that it caused. That kind of stuff can happen. I've heard of people here in the Philippines with the little hot water heaters that you put under your sink, that them failing and leaking water. And with a tile floor, I mean, most everybody has tiles in their bathroom anyhow, but if that happened to get out into the living room or the dining room or whatever, I think the floor is just going to hold up much, much better with tiles, vice wood. Tile is what decided to go with. And when you're talking about tiles, you basically got two types of tiles. You have a ceramic tile and a porcelain tile. Little difference in porcelain and in ceramic. Porcelain is typically a little bit more expensive. It's a little bit more resistant to water. And in the past, they were pretty much all smooth or glossy finishes. Now you can get them in a little matte finish. And then ceramic tile, which you see behind me, all the tile we got for the house here are ceramic tiles. And the ceramic tile is an adorable tile as well, a little bit less expensive than the porcelain. And looked at a lot of different tile styles, and really like the matte look, not the glossy look, which seems to be trending here now in the Philippines. Before, a lot of the tiling was the glossy type tiles. I have the glossy type in my rental house, and it's nice, but it's not as forgiving with stains and marks as the matte style is. And it's a little bit more slipperier when it gets wet. So I think the matte style, for me, was the better way to go. You can get tile in any different size. I think some of the most common sizes are the 60 by 60, 30 by 30, 30 by 60, 60 by 120. For my project, I got the 60 by 60, the 20 by 120, the planks, and 60 by 120. So all total, I got about a little over 1,300 pieces of tile, which is a shitload of tile. So that was enough tile to cover a floor space of about 330 square meters, plus the walls in all 6 bathrooms. So I don't know what the total square meters of it was. Probably close to 400 square meters, which is, I don't know, over 4,000 square feet, maybe 4,020, 4,030 square feet. So that it is a lot of tiles. And anytime I'm talking about stuff like this, people always want to know, hey, how much did it cost? Well, it cost a lot of money. Not really, though, in comparison to what you would pay in the US. So the tiles that I went with are, Damien is the name of the company. And Damien Tiles is, it's an Italian company, but they, like most things, the tiles are manufactured in China and I think some in Indonesia. But it's a good quality tile, and I got them from a place called Urban Tiles here in Angeles. Actually, it's in San Fernando. It's just over the border between Angeles City and San Fernando on MacArthur. And I'll put their contact information up there, but I was really happy with the service that I got there, really happy with the quality of the tiles. But that's where I got all of my tiles, all 1,300 of the tiles. So the cost of those tiles was almost 500,000 pesos, which is, I don't know, around $9,000. Had you bought those in the US, I don't know how much tiles would cost in the US to cover a 4,000 plus square foot area, but I'm sure it would be more than $9,000. Matter of fact, a few years ago, it was about 10 years ago, I remodeled part of my house and I redid about 1,500 square feet of space, a combination of wood floor, carpet, and tiles. And with the material and the cost of labor, it was right around $12,000 or $15,000. And that was about 10 years ago. You consider what I bought here for about $9,000, and the cost to have it put on, well, the cost was tied into my contract. So I just give you an example of what it might cost if you had the work done here and you hired some tile guys here. So the guys doing my tile, as far as the contract, they're skilled laborers and they get about 750 pesos a day. It's not an hour, that's a day. That's about $15 a day. And there's 3 of them doing the tiling. There's 3 now, initially there were 2. There's 3. If you got 4 tilers, that would be about 3,000 pesos a day, about $55 a day. I think that you could get 4 tilers to finish a house this size in maybe a month, which would be about 90,000 pesos in a month if my math is correct. And 90,000 pesos is about 1,400 US dollars. So in theory, about maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more, but that's a pretty good price for tiling your home. Probably part of the reason why in homes you see everything is tiled, you know, the walls in the bathrooms, areas on the outside, which we will probably tile the columns on the front porch there as well. But that's about how much it would cost you if you decided to tile a house about this size. So what is the best flooring option in the Philippines? Well, I already told you, for me it was tiles. And I told you the reason why. But any of those options that I mentioned could be the best flooring option for you. I mean, obviously the big major factor in this is going to be your budget. How much money do you have? How much money you're willing to spend on flooring? And if you have a very small house and you haven't put much money into it, maybe you don't want to put that much money into the flooring. But the 5 options that I mentioned earlier, any of those options are good. And some of that that laminate material nowadays is pretty good, but for me it's not the real thing. And if you're looking to try to get that that type of look, a good elegant type look, for me the wood or the tiles is the way to go. So for the purpose of this video, tiles is the best option to use in the Philippines. Again, I got my tiles through a place called Urban Tiles in San Fernando. I don't make any money for giving them a little plug. But again, I was very happy with the quality of the product. I was happy with the service. I mentioned this in some other videos before. A lot of times you do business here, people aren't very responsive. Doesn't seem like they really want your business. The young man's name that works in there is Louis. Hey, what's up, Louis? Very professional, walked us through some of the things that we should think about when putting colors together. But most of the tiles they have in there are the modern style nowadays. And, you know, we looked in Wilcon. Wilcon's okay, but Wilcon has a buttload of different tiles in there. And for me, probably 30% of the tiles are junk. And another big chunk of the tiles in there are just the style that I'm not interested in. And the price at Urban Tiles was very comparable to Wilcon. And it was a high quality or higher quality type tile. So you get what you pay for. So I'll put their contact information on the screen there, or I will try to. And if you're interested, you can contact Louis. I think they have an office down, I know they have a warehouse down south in Quezon City or maybe in Manila. It may also have a showroom down there. But the showroom here isn't real big. I would say they have just enough tile to help you pick what you want. Certainly they don't have anywhere as near as much as Wilcon, but I thought they had a very good selection, and all the tiles in there were very good. I could have easily picked any of the tiles in there. So, Urban Tiles. Well, that'll wrap up this vlog. To my fellow Americans out there, I hope you have a happy Memorial Day. Please remember the meaning of Memorial Day and honor our fallen brothers and sisters. Thanks for joining. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comment section. If you're not yet subscribed and you like this kind of material, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and you'll be notified the next time I put a vlog out. And I gotta end it here because I didn't bring my little tripod thing over and my arm is ready to fall off. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for joining. And again, happy Memorial Day. Take care. See you next time.